Fossils, clues to the past. Everybody knows that dinosaurs once roamed the earth, but how do we know that fact? Dinosaurs lived many millions of years ago, and there were no photos taken of them or any people around to take those photos. Yet scientists do have proof of dinosaurs thanks to fossils. A fossil is what is left of an animal or a plant a long time after it dies. Fossils are the buried parts of living things that have been preserved from a different geological time period. You can think of fossils as the ancestors of today's animals and plants. To be considered a fossil, the remains must be at least 10,000 years old. Usually, when an animal or plant dies, it decomposes. That means it rots away to nothing over time. But sometimes an animal gets buried at the bottom of an ocean, layers of sand or mud called sediment. Over many years, the animal's skeleton gets crushed by more layers of sediment. Eventually, the sediment hardens into rock over the bones, which decay. When that happens, minerals slowly replace the bones and make a cast of the skeleton in the same shape as the original. Millions of years later, the rock surrounding the skeleton surfaces after an earthquake or after erosion from wind and rain. The fossil is then just waiting to be found, perhaps by someone like you digging it up from the ground. There are some other, more unusual ways for fossils to form. Scientists have discovered skeletons of animals that died instantly when a volcano erupted, their bones preserved in the ash. Small bugs or insects caught in tree sap can become fossils when the sap hardens into a golden material called amber. And animals trapped in sticky natural asphalt or tar can turn into fossils. The most famous example of these fossils can be found right in the middle of California's biggest city, Los Angeles. Scientists have uncovered more than 3 million fossils from the Ice Age at the La Barra tar pits, including saber-toothed cats and mammoths, and scientists there continue to dig up more fossils all the time. Huge dinosaur skeletons are probably the most famous kind of fossils. The largest ever found is a dinosaur called Sauropsopodon. Scientists think this type of dinosaur was 60 feet long and weighed 60 tons. That equals 120,000 pounds. But fossils are not always huge. The tiniest dinosaur fossil was found in China. Microraptor was only about a foot long, which is about the size of a box of cereal. Even tinier, the smallest fossils ever discovered, blue-green algae that lived in some rocks in Africa more than 3 billion years ago. Blue-green algae are also the very oldest fossils ever found. Fossils give us a wonderful window into our past. Today, the science of studying fossils is alive and well. Paleontology is the study of the history of life on Earth using fossils as the evidence. If you love dinosaurs and want to know more about what happened on Earth thousands or millions of years ago, maybe someday you can make your living by digging up fossils. Question 1. Which of the following statements is true about fossils? A. The oldest fossils on record date back to the time of the first humans living in North America. B. Only large animals like dinosaurs, mammoths, and saber-toothed cats are capable of becoming fossilized. It is becoming harder and harder for scientists to find fossils, so paleontology is a dying profession. D. You are likely to find a fossil after it has been brought to the surface by wind or rain, erosion, or even a natural disaster. Question 2. According to the information in the article, why are fossils helpful in studying the prehistoric past? 3. Where are you most likely to discover a fossil? A. In North America only. B. In Asia only. C. All continents except Africa. Or D. Anywhere on Earth. Question 4. Using the information in the article, describe one way a fossil can form. 5. In your own words, describe what the La Barra tar pits are. The following terms are vocabulary words from the article. Match the vocabulary word with its correct definition by writing the corresponding letter on the line. The words are mammoths, sediment, amber, cast, asphalt, algae, erosion, evidence, skeleton, preserved. A. Small non-flowering plants that include seaweed and single-cell organisms. B. An object that is made when material is shaped into a mold. C. Maintained in its original condition. D. The available information in support of a claim or proposition. E. Material that settles at the bottom of a body of water. F. A framework of bones and cartilage supporting an animal's body. G. Ancient extinct elephants from the time of the Ice Age. H. A dark sticky mixture, natural tar or pitch. I. The breakdown of rock or other material by wind, rain, or water. J. A yellowish, see-through resin material that was produced by now extinct trees in prehistoric times.